he literally saw this video of mine on Instagram when I was in New York promoting a show where I made fun of New Yorkers. I was like, hey, I'm walking here. Hey, my dog's shitting over here. And I was just doing stupid shit. And he saw it and like reshared it. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, why do I have 500 new followers overnight, which was like rare. I was like, the fuck? And so I looked at it. I'm like, Bill Burr shared my story. So I was like, don't be weird. But I'm like, DM him. I'm like, just DM him back and thank him.
What did you say?
So I waited.
It?
Oh, okay. So I was with my buddy Alex Pavone, who's hilarious, who's actually opening for me this weekend.
Very cool.
And he's like, you say something. You have to say something. He's like, don't be weirdo about it. So I waited 2 hours and I wrote, hey, Bill, thanks for sharing my story. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And then he like hearted it and then wrote, you had me crying over here. So he like quoted my bit. And I was like, so I hearted it. And I'm like, put your phone away. Because I could be
take
like,
a break.
I'm like, put it away. Don't be stupid.
Take a break.
Yeah.
You
and then,
might be like, this guy seducing me. Like,
yeah,
tell him about your son.
So listen, you're going to suck my dick after the show. No, I'm not. But he literally was like, he wrote back like an hour later being like, hey, would you want to open for me on the road? And I was like, I literally was like, this is like on my birthday, like, two years ago.
On your birthday?
On my birthday.
Cool, man. Be
and
cool.
I was like, I'm like, I'm losing my fucking mind right now. And then I did the special, and then I did very well. And Bill like was backstage laughing at me. Then I opened for him a couple times in Toronto and Salt Lake City, and then he wrote me into his movie, which is fucking cool as hell. It was literally just me. I played myself. It's just a small role, but yeah.
It's a tough pill to swallow for, I think, anybody who wants to be in entertainment when you've tried really hard to do things what you've been told is the correct way to do it, right? And you take a lot of pride and effort in your process and your workflow. But then you see somebody who maybe doesn't care as much, because we talk about that in here about like, hey, when we do this segment, everybody just kind of chill out and just don't care, because it puts you in a better mind space.
Yes,
it actually makes you funnier, makes you more comfortable, makes your show a little more relatable. It's easier going. You're not hearing any like little bumps or any things that are floating in your mind.
And maybe it's the same thing, like we wanted to do something different than what we saw the generation above us do in radio.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do it our own way and then our own style, and that's the way we did it. But it all came with a point to it, and like I watch Impulsive and I see Logan Paul or whatever, and he's slouched down on the couch. And
that's his brand.
And that's his brand. That's what he's doing. But then dumb old man. I was like, put some effort into it.
Yeah, like, unfortunately, you and
ask your guests
pull up your pants, boy.
I'm like,
I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you.
Yeah,
that's
how
you can.
to say. Yeah.
But now I understand exactly opposite, and like everything I'm saying is hypocritical in one aspect or another, because we're at one point we're like we can't care too much because that's how you better.
But
content.
we're also putting on a show, and I know that you and I come from the greatest showman school of performance, where it's like just put some GD effort into it. Act like you want to be there. No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Act like you want to be there,
and ask some more interesting questions, because like you're interviewing the Island Boys. There's a lot more interesting questions that you're arguing about whether diamonds are real, then they storm off.
You know what I really want to know about Island Boys is like, when did you start your transition into the tattoos and the hair, and like what did you look like when you were like 16 and 17? Were you anywhere near these like personas of these?
I think like one teardrop and then they little
like
dreads.
How did you become human broccoli? Like how did that happen? That's interesting to me.
So
how's your mom? What's she look like?
Now, I only saw a tiny clip on TikTok. The whole interview may be better. It was one of those instances that I'm doing what people did to me, and then
now hold on a second.
That's what happens.
I think it makes you not dumb old man though to vocalize that you are aware of dumb old man tendencies. You're doing the opposite of what true dumb old man would literally just get on here and say they're doing it wrong and never address the fact that you are conflicted by that feeling.
Yeah.
So you're not a dumb old man.
Okay.
There we go. Living life carefree. Paul, Dom, and Dustin. A trio you gotta see. With the wild adventures. They're the best of friends. Always sticking together until the end. Oh yeah. Sympathy. Wild and free. Living life to the fullest. Can't you see? With the laughter and the jokes, they'll make you smile. The Sanford 3 they'll go the extra mile.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite part. Oh yeah. What's your favorite like hidden gem that people don't normally get to cruise to?
There's a place called Bonaire. That's a small island, Southern Caribbean. That has, and you guys, and you guys.
I was just looking at you two like nobody's gonna take this.
I know.
We're a different show now.
I know.
We're a different show.
How dare you, Sam?
Yeah, you know what?
You
You're
guys
fired.
started laughing.
I have to fire you now.
Every
This is the
answer.
second day in a row I've had to fire her. Every day I have to fire her.
Anyway, you guys,
Someone cut
you guys
out Tony
scuba
saying
though.
Bonner.
Yeah, but you guys scuba, so is
I can't
right,
scuba with a banana.
Bonaire.
right off the beach. Amazing scuba, right off the beach.
Right
Just
off the
walk in.
beach.
Right off the beach. You walk
Right
in.
off the beach, Bonaire.
Right off the beach.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
And we've filled up the tub
Too much.
with so much humanity that there's only 3 White Claw amounts of water. So there's barely enough water in this pool where our genitals are.
Yeah, can you see through or are there bubbles in?
And then I'm like, what is
Bubbles
this?
or no?
Like, what are we, do you like this?
Did
What
you
are
do
we
bubbles?
doing?
Bubbles.
No, it doesn't have that. It's just
No, you could have put some soap in there to cloud it.
yeah,
You know, because I got to tell you, if you're looking straight down,
Yeah, yeah.
it looks like Blue Springs. It's disgusting. It magnifies everything. I look straight down, and I see a tiny little worm dick, like just
in a hair nest.
yeah, it's like it's going back and forth like a sea anemone. You know, like the current's moving it, and it's gross looking, but it's small, and it like it's hiding from a predator.
Yeah. It's a tiny
Tiny
worm
enemy.
dick.
I got a little anemone dick,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
moving with the current.
Yeah.
And my wife's in there. I can see her bush waving. Yeah, no, dude. Why'd you guys do this? Why are we doing it? I think that
Maybe
Hot
it's
Wheels
cheaper.
is now Super Wheels
It is,
Skating
yeah.
Center. And I'm on their website, and I'm looking at the potato skates, and damned if those aren't exactly. I mean, apparently everybody had the same potato skates. We always call
Oh
them
yeah, they still have those.
potato skates. And then the skate car is freaking amazing. There's the skate car.
Look at it. It's awesome.
Dude, skate car's where it's at. It's even got a stopper in the front.
You know what? Maybe I was just born hating fun because
Hey,
you hate all of
Cimarron
this?
Skateway's hiring, guys.
even when I was a kid and saw that skate car riding around Miami, I didn't like
Would
it.
you
Everybody's
spit
like,
on
"Oh,
it?
look at no!" I'm just like stupid.
Are we going to trace back your hatred of fun?
I remember it would pull up in front of our middle school, and people were like, "Oh, the skate car's here!"
Yeah, skate car.
And then I was like, "I'm not even looking at it."
You disgust me, skate car.
It's stupid.
Why did you, as a small child, you hated a skate car? I didn't think it was possible.
Didn't even.
Wow, you hated fun from the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I was
man,
born
that's
this way.
that's
Lady Gaga.
impre-
Once it's in, never want to hear about it. Whatever. I just whatever happens.
I'm
to
done with it. Just stop.
I thought it absorbs me. Like I don't know. Like
And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
why is it coming out?
Children.
I don't even know what to say. So I thought it just
I
got
thought it-
reabsorbed.
Yeah. I just went, like a suppository. You know what I'm saying?
Go to break.
It's
Go
like,
to break
oh!
before he makes it worse.
Butler wants us to stop talking because he's eating.
It's just like, oh, that suppository's falling out. Nobody wants to hear that. It's like, why is it falling out? I thought once it's in, it's always in.
It just dissolves up there? No. That's the best part, son. It stays put for as long as you need it to work.
Here's
Does
a
your
break.
wife clean up afterwards?
No, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't check in. I'm not goddamn.
What
sleep
happens
right after
you have sex? Yeah, do you just fall asleep immediately?
We'd have to call her.
Cumlock Holmes. They have to find.
I'm out. That's the name of the show.
I'm like, hey,
Cumlock Holmes.
you know what I need? I need to find out what happened to that.
But how do you know about them?
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Evidently,
Yes,
my dear Plopson.
I don't want to know what happens to it. So yes, there's something in the bathroom. She goes, but I'm not the chopper. But like, hey, what are you doing in there? What's happening?
I'm not saying you have
What's
to ask
falling
her.
out?
Michael Douglas, Robert Duvall, falling down.
I'm the bad guy?
No, I just like I go to the other bathroom. Something's like where you go to our separate corners.
This is fucking weird.
You can't be hurt. You follow, you can't be hurt because you are too tough.
Take it on
some
and then the
Roy
quarterback
Jones Jr.
puts Vaseline on your eyelids.
Some old black guy puts Vaseline on the forehead.
You can do it. You can do it. Hey, watch that jab. Watch the jab.
Stay outside. Stay outside. Don't get inside.
And then the super cold metal thing, which I've always wanted, on
the
my
iron.
face. And they put the cold iron on.
You good. You good.
And they press it.
Come on, champ. Come on, champ. Hey.
And then I go about my day.
It's crazy because like after I did that first Kill Tony, like me and Ari pretty cool. Then like he came back into town like a week ago, and like I was just sitting there chilling, and he came up to me like, "Hey, what's up, man?" So like to be respected by your peers that's on a higher level.
Yeah, you're networking.
Yeah, they know who I am though. That's crazy.
That's awesome, man.
It's kind of like what's going on? Like every day I ask myself, is this real? When am I gonna wake up from this? Like, what's going on right now? You know, a lot of people who like work in comics don't do a lot of open mics up there, but I'll sneak into an open mic if it's a new joke because I don't want to bring it to a paid show and it's new and then it flop. You know what I mean?
You gotta work it out.
Yeah, so I go to like an open mic where it's just angry comedians. That's the funniest thing ever. They just be so angry. I'm like, why y'all so angry?
They haven't made it yet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
they're poor.
Yeah, when you're poor, you're angry.
This is not. This is a gator mom calling.
Oh, gator mom.
The gator babies.
For supper, all right.
Katrina, get in here.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Hola.
Oh, wow.
Then
he said hola.
Something got released.
No, then he said hola. That's
Well,
how
it's a
racist
Miami
it is.
gator.
He goes,
It's a Miami gator.
Hola. Now you could show everybody your gator call if you want, but but they already heard it when I did.
Okay,
it.
do yours.
You want me to give you one?
Yeah.
That
That's
is amazing.
Oh my God!
And then, of course, if you're dealing with American crocodiles, it's a little bit different. It's kind of more bird-like. Every species has a different sound. Some have pops and clicks. I mean, they're all a little bit different.
My pop-up says they're all the same.
It's got scales and a tail.
They're lost dog reward signs for this little Yorkie. And
the coyotes got it.
the reward is $5,000.
Oh, that's in our neighborhood too. That's around here too.
Yeah. If that person doesn't give you the $5,000,
You kill the dog.
well, can you sue
Right, you hold it hostage.
You keep the dog. You keep the dog. It's your dog now.
But can you sue them for the reward?
Well, it's an offer. So, the offer is, hey, find my dog. I'll give you $5,000. And then if you find the dog, you're accepting that offer. So it can be considered a contract. But then, of course, there was the Lady Gaga case where they tried to sue her for the reward. But the court there found that they had unclean hands because they were involved, I think, in taking the dog or stealing the dog. So there are defenses to it, obviously, if you had to sue somebody. But usually it is an offer. And if you accept it by finding the dog, they're legally entitled to the reward money.
And so what are people most shocked or surprised by when they look through the telescope for the first time?
Weirdly enough, I would say it's probably the moon because the moon's so close.
So
you
basic,
can
though.
It is basic, but you can see so much detail. Craters for sure, impact lines, like you can see mountains and just how it's an actual rock in space, right? It's not just a blurry, smudgy dot. Saturn is another one where being able to see those rings, like it almost brings tears to my eyes still, and I've seen people cry over some of the stuff they're looking at in the telescope.
You took my question. I was going to ask you if you've had some people get like emotional.
It's real. It becomes real in a way that it is not real until you see it through a telescope. So it is a little bit sad that people don't get that experience. But that's why you come out to things like this and to, there's different planetariums out there that have telescopes nights. Just really make sure you go out there and see something because it is eye-opening.
Are young people getting into clowning at all? Like, or is it super rare? Like,
it's clowning is an art form. I don't want to say it's necessarily dying. I think it's an art form that's more evolving.
Sure.
I think it's evolving from the brightly colored hair and big shoes. For instance, me, I rarely am a clown. When I go out and do all of my variety skills, I'm typically just dressed as a funny guy.
Okay.
Because the red nose isn't as popular anymore. And people, when they hear the word clown, they think about, ooh, I'm scared of it and all of that. And so younger people don't want to get into it as much because, I don't know, just
it's like a stigma.
Yeah. And the avenue for being a clown, it's different. There are so many different avenues to be a clown. And I don't know if people want to follow those avenues, but I think they should because clowning is a very pure art form. It's one of the purest kinds because you get to evoke emotion out of people by being happy or sad. It's absolutely awesome.
You on MythBusters?
Yeah.
That's my favorite show. Which episode?
There we go.
It was a season in 2017.
The core of the Earth stopped spinning. I read that online.
I read that too.
This morning on
I read
Facebook.
that too. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, when I flush my toilet and everything goes out of the devil's mouth.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Nothing's happening down there.
He's not spinning
Yeah,
anymore.
he's like, it's not spinning down there anymore.
Tracy, are manatees still endangered? Like my mom paid $10 and I got to name a manatee. And
what'd you name it?
And we colored it, and then it was like.
I hope you named it Redmond.
You adopted. I think
you named it.
It was like stew.
They're huge. You think that they have a lot of fat, but they're mostly intestine. They don't have a lot of fat, which is why they come inland where the water is 72 degrees all year round in our
I
springs.
didn't know manatees are mostly intestine.
Yeah.
That makes them disgusting.
Right.
Ew. Yeah,
When you look
we've
at-
never done that.
But when you look at a planet, and
It was
you're
a
like,
little-
you're like, wow.
You were looking at it with your eye, but you could feel it in your, you could feel it. Like, it was
Right.
sort of a heaviness of like,
And
and it's also 3D, and when we could see what were the striations or whatever we were looking at, oh my God.
It made me not want to pay my bills.
Right?
like it was like,
You can't blame us for that, Tom.
What? No money? Here, suck a cock.
Suck a cock?
Yes, suck a cock.
When a man he takes a shower, there's only two parts that he cleans. We go worshing on that devil's eyeball, and then we wash that goddamn dang-a-ling. Where's that booty hole? Where's that dang-a-ling? We ain't ever washed our legs 'cause they ain't ever seen. Where's that booty hole? Where's that dang-dong? We ain't got time for washing, gotta keep America strong. You know my daddy taught me how to shower, and his dad the same before that. He said, son, you start off with your pecker, and the finish line is your booty crack. Where's that booty hole? Where's that dang-a-lang? We ain't ever washed our legs 'cause they ain't ever seen. Where's that booty hole? Where's that dang-dong? We ain't got time for washing, gotta keep America strong. Never, never, ever wash your legs. Thank you.
Pool bird, because shitty people swim too.
Hi there, it's Tom Van, creator and CEO of Poolber. You can't spell pool, well, I mean, I can't spell it anyway, but you can't spell pool without P, and you'll have buckets of that in your pool once you start loaning it to trash people on Poolber, the world's second or third pool sharing app. Poolber makes it easy. List your pool on the Poolber app, create an account, and within minutes, you'll have people from all kinds of questionable areas pissing, fucking, and yes, even shitting in your very own pool. And don't forget about the amount of trash and other shit they'll leave behind.
Hey, it's me, Susan. Hey, look, a diaper and a half-eaten gas station hot dog.
You're welcome, lady. It's Poolber, because shitty people swim too.
Poolber, because shitty people swim too.
Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. Light of my life, my darling, I love you. I love you. I can forget you never. From you I ne'er can sever. Say you'll be mine forever. I love you.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I wish my refund hurry up so I can have a taxitude.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I'ma be like, let me get 20 on pump 3.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Matter of fact, make it 25, and yes, I would like to donate to the March of Dimes, so ring me up that Coke and candy bar 2 for $2.22 deal where $1 goes to March 2. Oh, and ring these Skittles up for my kid too. And when the cashier tells me to have a nice day, I'm gonna be like, no ma'am, you have a blessed day, sugar.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Pull down my shades like Kim Kardashian, smile like Gabrielle Union.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Flip my bundles like Nicki Minaj and queen out the door like Beyonce.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Goofy face, goofy face, goofy face, heart, 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 muscle, muscle, muscle.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Sassy black girl, sassy black girl, sassy black girl, kiss, kiss, kiss. Hashtag so what, hashtag I ain't shame, hashtag my money, hashtag call me taxitude, honey.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan and some guests, but I'm not going to turn them on yet because I don't know if I have this studio acclimated correctly to introduce them while the music is currently playing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, nothing makes sense to me because I don't understand how
Right. No, it's fine. It's fine. But hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Our wives are here. Crystal Van.
Hi.
Andrea Dennis.
I'm here.
Oh, well, I'm here.
Present.
Present.
The wives are here.
I
We're
have
gonna.
cramps.
Yeah. Oh, great. Oh, that's great. You got cramps.
you
You
know,
know,
you
you
know.
gonna have your period on our couch right now? Is that what you're gonna do?
No, I'm just pre.
You gonna fart it up? You
Pre-period.
gonna start farting it up?
The Vans have a policy called suffer in silence. And me and
Not
Crystal
complainers.
agreed.
They're not complainers.
We have
Oh,
to
I don't
suffer.
complain. I'm not complaining.
No. I'm just saying.
She's just making a comment. It's
yeah,
not a
yeah, yeah.
complaint.
No, I
or-
don't. I don't like to hear
gripe.
about
It was a gripe. It felt like a
anybody's
gripe.
It's
problems.
She's not requesting anything from you guys. She's just saying, hey.
All right, let me make sure we can see you guys. All right, there's
Maybe a
By the way,
Andrea.
punch
what-
in the uterus.
What a shitty deal to have to deal with that once a month. Like, that is rough.
Oh my God, it's right on Crystal's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were showing your socks yesterday.
Yeah,
My socks.
my socks.
Daniel's old man.
All right, there we go. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. We are certainly glad to have you. We are live on Twitch and also YouTube. If you haven't liked and subscribed to Twitch and YouTube, do me a favor and just do that, because without you doing that, I have no reason to even.
I have an
live.
insane record on like Twitch or something of like how many lives I've tuned into and how many months I've subscribed.
You just came in here to brag. Just came in here to brag a little bit, didn't you?
Do you get a badge or something?
Yeah, you
Or-
can share the badge if you want, but it's like so many months in a row or how many you've logged in, and then you've watched 5 live streams in a row. Yeah, there's all sort of
Yeah.
little badges you can get
Yeah,
on
if
Twitch.
you like dumb little digital badges, and children love them because it's all, I think the
I
kids.
love them.
Yeah, Andrea
on
loves
like
them.
Peloton, I try to get a
Yeah,
badge.
I got her
and
hooked
like,
on Monopoly Go, and every night this bitch.
play Monopoly.
Every night. What level are you now? It's ridiculous. She's
Oh,
like
it's
level.
crazy.
She's like EJ on Monopoly Go. She's like level 491.
Give me a brief synopsis of what Monopoly Go is.
I'll defer
It's
to the
just
lady.
like a quick.
Yeah, what do you do?
Yes, like I mean, you like spin, you get some spins.
Are you playing against anyone?
Nope. You get to play with people when there are like joint games. I have like 2 friends that I know that play. and
Two
so
friends.
You can like trade digital stickers.
Is it
and
an
stuff.
ongoing game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
never
you join
ends.
back in.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's one of those never, like, games now. Tom gripes about this. Games now have no ending.
No, it doesn't have.
They're
an
never
ending.
ending. Like they'll do levels. And
Yeah,
it started
right,
with
yeah.
like Candy Crush in those games. We didn't realize it because as older gamers, we saw it and we're like, Candy Crush. Obviously, there's an end. I don't think there was ever an end. Like new gamers, like when they build a game for, especially for phones, it's an open-ended game.
It's my way to not have to make any decisions. It's a brain dump, honestly. And then I do that, and then I go and read.
Those
and
are bad
then
for
I
people
go
who
to-
have addictive
Oh,
personality.
when I run out of rolls, though, I'm done. Like
Yeah,
I don't buy. You
I
can
buy. I
more
went through
rolls.
some phases where you just buy. I thought I'd do the big dog. I'd be like, oh, $99. I'd be like, $99 are the digital coins. Boom! What a gang, 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 gang. Oh, I'm bad. I'm real bad.
You
Which
know-
is why I'm in a conservatorship and can't control my money.
It's
Basically.
It's another thing that reminds me about my shitty personality is when
You've
I,
been real mean to yourself lately. I'm, not
I'll
gonna let
tell-
you do
I'm
that.
about to go into it.
Self-talk is high lately.
no, I have a
Yeah.
shitty personality.
His self-talk's been real bad.
Yeah.
You guys know.
yesterday, and I will quote, yesterday you told me to my face that me and Crystal think you suck. And that is not
Did you really
and that is
say
not
that?
true.
It's not true.
No,
That is
he's
not true. He did say that's a fucking quote. I forgot I could curse on this
When
show. That's a quote, and I'm like, dude, that's an insane thing to say.
Going back to the badge thing, when I get
Yes.
a badge on the
Quick, change the
hydro row,
subject.
no, I'll tell you. When I get a badge on the hydro row, I look at it, I'm like, I didn't earn this. I'm like, you're only giving me this so that it keeps me engaged. I know your goddamn marketing
I know
trick.
your tricks, Hydro.
Yeah. I didn't get first. You give me some bronze way to go medal. This is bullshit. That's how I think. I swear to God.
I realized this about him when we were watching David Blaine once a long time ago.
Oh my God! Is this the episode that we watched last night of King of the Hill? Daniel, go ahead with your David
Oh,
Blaine.
yeah. I have an episode of King of the Hill I'm going to have to send you because it's all about Hank Hill not having any fun.
Okay.
And his
trying to
family,
figure out-
And then his family sits him down, and Peggy and Bobby sit down with Hank and help him have fun. I'm like, I got to send this to Tom. I go, he should be selling
'Cause
propane
he's
and propane
watching
accessories.
Magician saying, "This is fake.
This is how you do it. This is how we do it.
And
It's
then
not
he has
real.
to figure it out, and she's like, just enjoy it. And Hank goes, I can't enjoy it, goddammit.
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you Hank Hill?
I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of okay. All right.
I've been getting
I'm glad
the,
you mentioned this.
the reels lately that I are now in my algorithm of the guy who can't have fun or the guy who can't enjoy the situation. You know, he's like standing at a concert and he's looking around going, gonna be really difficult to get out of here later. Traffic's gonna be bad.
Isn't it the commercial?
And I'm like, can you just like listen to the music and have a good time?
When I see that, there's other people like me out there. I'm like, oh, we should have a meeting. It'd be the most boring, horrible meeting ever. We're just all mad at
The
each
funny
other.
thing is that you set up.
I don't want to be around these motherfuckers.
I don't think anybody would show up. It's just the idea of the meeting, and then everybody look at the calendar and be like, I'm not going to that shit. Like, they never show
Well,
up.
no, at a concert, they should have an area. It's almost like a daycare for the people that don't really want to be there, and they can go and they can sit in this corner.
This
and
place sucks, right? Am I right? And talk to each other.
No, I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just saying things that are true. Like, it's going to be hard to get out of here later.
Yeah,
and
I do that.
Well, no, you should just park where you know it's not going to be hard to get out of here later.
Yeah.
It's a little pre-planning will go a long way.
I have the no fun gene, not the planning gene.
Yeah.
I'll plan for big, grandiose things, but not for what I'm going to do later today.
Right. No, I understand. I understand.
But, okay, so this ties into it.
It's an excellent segue,
Because
felt.
I diagnosed myself with another disorder. And so...
An affliction, if you will.
So, do you guys have any idea how much I think I know?
I think I do. Yeah, I think I have a good I
Because
think I have a good gist.
if you crawled into my head and saw the world through my brain, you would. Then I think you'd feel bad for me.
We talked about this. You think everybody else is stupid?
No, that's not true.
No,
That's
no.
what people think. I don't think. I
That's
don't
what
even.
it feels like, but
I don't even care.
He's here to.
what-
He doesn't
how
care
smart
if
anybody
he
is.
doesn't care how stupid we are.
No. It's just I think I know the reality of the situation, like, or what is gonna happen,
You
and
love
how people,
absolutes.
or what
Yeah.
is going on,
And you
or,
speak in absolutes and definitives.
Yeah,
right?
but it's a mental disorder because if I really am honest, like, of course I can't know what the future is or what people why people are behaving.
The first step is recognizing it. Okay.
Crystal looks pained right now. Are you okay?
But I believe it. You understand?
Yeah.
Is this happening at home?
It's
Oh,
like,
that was a God yes.
Yeah, that was a whispered.
it's like when someone yells out the N word if they have Tourette's, right?
Okay.
If they're not a bad person, it's their disease.
Okay,
You see what I'm
so that's
saying?
what you're saying.
No, that's an
Yeah,
excuse. You cannot
Yeah.
make
What?
excuses
No, this is-
for who you are as
But
a
you
person.
don't seem to be.
This is just like Tourette's.
Well, here's what I would say. I like the disease angle.
There's not an angle. I'm telling you the truth.
I do like it, but part of your disease, does it kill like some of your open-mindedness to possibly fixing it?
It's all closed.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all closed up.
The door has
But
shut.
that's why.
Yeah.
You know,
there's-
like,
but- so like now
you try
that-
to treat the
But I-
Tourette's
like,
that can't be treated.
I tell him sometimes nobody likes talking to you, and then he's
Oh,
like,
that's what I told you.
I
says-
said a variation of that yesterday, but I didn't say nobody likes talking to you. I said, I don't think people like talking. I don't think people like hearing Mr. Angry Know-It-All, right?
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
like
it-
a mad know-it-all.
But
I don't
but
think
I'll
it was a
say,
good
I know,
thing.
like nobody like, and this isn't a heat of an argument, you know. Where I
Yeah.
say nobody even likes talking to you, like that.
Oh, shit.
And then he'll say, "I know."
Well,
So he doesn't want to be this way, and so then I say,
No,
"Well,
no.
how can we change? How can
Yeah.
we?" You know, I've been telling him for years. I think he should go to a
Therapy.
month-long retreat, like a month-long, no, like communication with the outside world. Like go with a bunch of other men and climb a mountain or something.
Okay.
And, like,
So you
ayahuasca.
want him to go on a
meditate.
no cell phone gay mountain
Meditate.
retreat. I like that.
Hey, can you guess if
no-
I think that will work?
That's the game. I know.
No
See,
THC,
but
no Adderall.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said to him
No
yesterday.
Adderall.
We were talking a little bit about this, and I said I said to him, I'm not gonna give you the particulars because that's our business, but I basically said to him like, I'm very shy to give any like I love you, like I love this guy with all my heart, but like I'm not gonna give you what I think you should do because you don't care what I say.
And then his response will probably anger you because it will be dismissive.
no, he wasn't
No?
really dismissive.
Okay,
He
well,
was
that's how I
like,
feel.
because I was like, I would
Oh,
give
I
you.
believe it wrong. How else am I supposed to say it?
Wait, did this start
you
when
say
you
it?
went on Adderall? Did all of this change?
No,
Oh,
See?
no. Is this where we, are we gonna really do this?
Calm
or
down,
are we gonna
calm.
Are we gonna diagnose
Bill
this?
Cosby.
I'm gonna diagnose
Don't take
you.
my drugs away. Calm.
Cosby's fine. By the way, not in jail, totally fine.
Anyway.
No, the Adderall, I remember when he first started taking it, he was like irritable. And I'm like, geez, And he would say, like, I just need time to get used to it, level out, or whatever. But
Well, that's
like,
what the fly said.
Yeah, I
when he was
wonder.
Brundlefly, right? He's like, I just need time to acclimate to my powers, and then he went crazy and died.
It would be interesting to see
If
you
you were-
now. Like, how long have you been on it? How many years have you been on it?
I don't know.
Don't
I have
take
no
his
idea.
sweet
There's
juice
no
away.
idea.
That's his lightning.
And I was born like this.
No, because you used to be a more aloof and go with the flow.
You were a flow guy.
I've said that before.
Has-
Does that make him mad when we say
Listen.
when we recount how he used to be?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't
Has anybody in this room tried to teach my son something? Well, 2 people have, and guess what? They will tell you they know it, and they don't want to be taught.
That's how
they
kids
know how
are,
to do
though.
it.
Yeah, kids are super
Kids are like
self-centered.
that.
I don't know.
have
That's
seen
how I
that.
was too.
I have
And guess
seen that,
what?
and it is like a miniature Tom. I got it.
I never
You know,
grew out of it.
honestly, the worst thing for my argument of convincing him to get self-help is Tommy.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
everything I say, he's like, well, look at Tommy.
Yeah.
That's just how we are. Like, there's no arguing genetics. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but don't you want to try to train?
No, I don't think
Listen,
he does.
But you recognize that you have an affliction, so don't
okay,
you
well,
want to try? So what's your
this is-
plan?
this
What's
is-
your plan?
This is I'm telling you the start of what I'm realizing.
Okay.
because,
Most radio hosts do go affliction, by the way. Like that is the direction, right?
The clothing brand?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. You got it.
Buckle. Yeah,
You
he's
got it.
gonna
I'm just
shove
having
it
an
buckle.
epiphany here. It's like, oh my God, maybe he
Sparkly
is.
shirts?
Maybe he is at
I-
the age of affliction. You need some pointy boots.
and they all change for
They
the
do.
better.
Most of them turn gay.
So I'll tell you how this has come back and bit me in the ass and showed me that maybe I don't know it all. So
whoa,
a week
whoa.
ago, about a week or 10 days ago, I get
10
the
days?
doorbell rings.
Did you shit your pants again?
And
You know
don't
what?
bring
That
it up.
was not.
You
that
know
was
what?
Fucked up.
I'm trying to throw in some fun in here.
It was good.
It was kind of a shot, though. It had nothing to do with what we're talking about.
He brought it up.
Well, now I only eat a banana before I run out.
See, he
But
changed.
a gallon
Like a
of-
monkey.
All it took was pooping his pants, and he changed his diet.
I barfed running the
She
other
did.
day. I was
Oh,
running and I went, and then I kept running.
Yeah, guess what she had before she ran? A big old J-Rob.
Yeah, J-Rob.
Yeah, you cannot eat that.
Drink
You
a
can't have that
J-Rob.
shaking around.
Andrea
Yeah,
drank
yeah.
a big mega J-Rob, and she throws all the acai, and she puts the spinach clumps and all the garbage in there. I make a standard peanut butter Danny. Like, I got to have it tasted good. It's got peanut butter.
It just
and
got
you-
lumpy in my throat, and I had one thing, and,
And
then kept running.
you can never make jokes about him because you, at the same spot in Baldwin, have both puked and pissed your yoga pants.
Oh, all right, when I peed.
Yeah,
running
you
after
pissed
the
your
dog.
pants running after a dog.
Yeah.
So
I got your bag, buddy.
I get a knock on the door, and then I answer it. By the way,
I don't answer
should
the
I
door.
put-
I'm afraid of everyone.
I answered it with no shirt on, and then as
He's
I was
always shirtless now, guys.
talking to
He
my
likes it,
neighbor,
doesn't
I was
he?
like, "This isn't appropriate. I should
Flex.
put on a
Did
shirt."
do you pull it down so you can see a little bit of
No,
it?
I'm not.
V?
No,
He
no.
shows the
I'm
runner's
not
cut.
that
You
good
got to
of
show
shape.
the runner's cut.
I got a flabby, loose
Nah.
skin. old
Why?
man
Why do you
belly.
take your
Suck
shirt
it
off
in. Yeah.
now? Is
Huh?
it just why do you take your shirt off?
It's so hot. And then I take off my work uniform, and then I put on Dukes, and that's it.
Yeah,
And then I
Dukes
wear
and a
that
headband.
until I
Yeah.
shower.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Called the Tarzan.
it's my neighbor that's at the door, and then she
Woman or man? Okay.
Oh yeah,
Woman.
the neighbors that live down the street, and she's like, "I found this. Is this yours?" And I look down in her hand, and it's a key. And then I'm like, wow. And then because I'm confused, I'm like, what key is that? And then I realized because the flotation device where you put your registration that's on the key was detached, and she had that in her other hand. And she's like, I found this, and the registration said your name. And then I realized it's my boat key.
Oh my God.
Right?
Well, I
So-
mean, like that. Also, isn't this lady dumb? If she's like, "Is this yours?" It's got your fucking name on it. Of course, it's
She was
fucking
trying
yours.
to be nice, I guess.
Yeah, like this idiot dropped his fucking shit again.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Just leave it in the mailbox.
Yeah, this fucking idiot. Yeah.
I'm jacking off in there.
I'm jacking off with no shirt in there, pretending to be the king of the goddamn Orlando.
So anyway, and I'm like, oh shit,
She
my boat
she
key.
didn't realize how close she was to getting jacked off on.
So then I'm like, so she gives me my boat key. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, it was under your neighbor's truck out there.
Oh my God,
in the
those
side-
raccoons are trying to have a
So
party.
this lady is crawling into your neighbor's truck
I don't-
because she saw.
She was
something?
They were walking their dog, and they saw a
Wait,
key.
is your boat at your house or is it
No,
at the?
no.
Oh,
No, no.
it's not.
Oh my
so
God.
then it dawned on me what happened.
Did it dawn on you, or did somebody tell you?
Oh.
Just, you know what?
Is your name Don Don?
Oh, you know what? We
the
got
right
goddamn surveillance cameras everywhere in our house. I can't do shit. Like,
Oh, we have one now.
Chris is like, "Where are you at?" I'm getting a haircut from John. He moved locations.
Yeah, John the barber.
And then she's like, "Where are you at? Are you with your mistress?"
Doesn't she?
It's just a Tuesday afternoon.
He
I'm trying to
moved.
get my hair
Right.
cut.
Oh, and you didn't know?
No,
that
yeah,
he had
and, no, and then
moved?
he said
And
he
you
was going to be home
tracked
at 4, and
Yeah.
it was 4:30. So I'm like, wonder if he's
And
still at work.
And he's
It's
at the
off.
Salon Loft Apartments in Maitland getting his dick
So I'm
sucked.
like, you know, this 55 and up community over here might be paying him to come.
Are you getting your
service.
dick sucked by a tilted kilt
You
girl?
know.
Don't you know? I know you're tracking my every move, and there's no
I'm
way.
only
She made
joking
me do
around.
that. She made me put myself so she can track me.
Yeah.
And like the never mind.
Listen, if I'm getting my dick sucked, I'm leaving my phone in the office. I'm not that dumb. Anyway.
But then I would
just
text
made it
from
worse
your
for
phone
me.
to Chris. I'd be like, he's getting his dick sucked. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous.
So
I want my dick sucked.
anyway, I realized, and Crystal realized what happened.
Wait, you
after
mean
she-
Don Don? Her name is now Don Don. So Don Don told you
Well,
what?
so days before, TC said to me, "My glove box is open." When I got into the car
Oh,
today,
he wants
and
sex.
I said,
That's what he means. He
well,
wants sex. He got my glove boxes open.
Somebody rifled through your truck last night, and I said to myself, "Oh shoot, I forgot to lock it last night." Because every night I make the rounds, I lock all the doors in the house,
Yeah.
turn all the lights off, and I go and I click his little lock button.
He hates it.
I
every
forgot to
morning.
do it that night.
Yeah,
Oh,
every
so,
morning.
So here's the thing: are they checking every night, or was
Okay,
it a
well,
coincidence?
If I knew Tom lived there, I would check every day.
Okay, so anyway, TC.
I know people have heard this and they're tired of it. This has happened multiple times, but now I'm being forced to change my ways, and I'll explain.
So,
Do you have the touch lock where you
No.
just
Not
grab
on his
No, no.
truck?
Remember, he
Oh,
went
you
cheap-
need a
Ma-
that
no.
doesn't help it.
It
He
doesn't
went
auto
cheap
lock.
on the
Oh,
truck.
okay.
He wanted to go cheap. He's like, give me the ones with the roll down one. He's like, he's going to cheap it out on it.
Okay.
So TC's telling me, yeah, they found my boat key and it must have fallen out of the boat. And I'm like, it fell out of the boat in like June. The last time we had the boat here was in June. It's been in the street since June. It hasn't rained away. Like, I'm like, hello, your glove box was open 2 days ago. It's obviously somebody thought it was a key to something and then just threw it into the street.
Yeah, once they
Right.
realized it
Once
was
they
a
realized
boat
it was
key.
nothing,
Yeah,
they
they're
just
like,
threw
this. Yeah, throw it.
But he's like, no, I don't know. Did that happen?
Hey,
I
that's
don't
what he
think
does to
so.
me when I say
don't
something.
think
He's like,
so.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, okay, so
But
He
why
gets
do
in
you
the
hold
rever-
on to your boat key? You don't give it to them?
No,
At the place?
They
because
lose it.
I keep it in the middle console of my
Don't tell
truck.
where-
Okay.
Well, I mean,
you
you're
want to
gonna
know where
have
my
to
guns and drugs
You're
are?
gonna
I'll
have to
tell
change
you.
your spot.
It'll be locked next time.
No, yeah, well,
Next
okay.
time.
So,
Oh, okay.
And it's not BDM. It's the crackies that are doing this that are wandering around checking door locks. Teenager,
it's
whatever.
kids. Yeah, we have door pullers
But-
around here. It's
So,
terrible.
So what okay, and I know this has happened multiple times. They took my wallet, the joke with the dick cards.
Well,
and all
how
that.
many times has your
Cell
wallet
phone got
been?
stolen.
Yeah, but so-
Let's add it up because Andrea, someone that I say is a lot like you multiple times, that like also does not lock her car and is
It's been a
lost-
long time.
Yeah, but like you went through a phase where you lost like 3 iPods.
Yes, this was back in the iPod
I just
day.
want to
That's
make
how
sure.
long
I
ago.
just want to make sure it's reflected that those that
It was
claim
in
to
the
be
early
so
days of the
goddamn logical
clicking.
can't lock their
Okay.
goddamn cars.
So this goes back.
We
to
don't have a fancy car. We walk away from it.
Well, then maybe you should get one.
This goes back to thinking I know everything. So I understood the world to be, all right, there's door checkers. They're looking for valuables to take so they can sell for drugs because they're addicted to pain pills. This is what I know. And
Pretty
then,
accurate.
So when they're checking for, they check to see if your door's unlocked, and they're hoping to find a gun, some money, maybe some idiot left their wallet in there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Or drugs.
Yeah,
Sometimes
like
people put drugs in their
technology. Yeah, imagine if you found a bottle of pain pills.
Oh, I'd be so happy.
That's a cracky's lottery.
Yeah, yeah.
But you find an actual bottle of drugs.
I actually do keep my cramp medicine in my car in case I have
Yeah,
cramp.
but
Is
that's
it
just
pain pills?
It's
or
not like
it's just
hardcore.
acetaminophen.
No, it's not. No, it's prescription naproxen.
Yeah, but naproxen don't get you fucked up.
Yeah,
Well,
That's why when people
some
palm me,
people
they
don't
might
know.
throw them right away.
Yeah. Then my liver fails. I don't need
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I don't want any of that.
I need straight
Yeah,
opiate.
opiate, yeah.
Anyway, so I just understood that as long, if I leave my wallet in there and it gets stolen, yes, but that's the price I pay for keeping my doors unlocked. But if I have nothing of value, then I can live keeping my doors unlocked.
Right.
That's how I thought. That's the
Why
reality.
would that be more important to you? Though? guess like the question for me would be like,
So-
why do you weight that?
Identity
Why
theft.
do you weight the life of just going with no doors, like literally just open door
Yeah,
policy?
yeah.
Why does that weigh heavier as being more valuable in your mind than the person that just locks the doors? Because both are just as easy in my mind.
Because I have other disabilities that prevent me from remembering to lock my
Okay,
door.
all right, it's multiple disabilities.
So
Okay.
instead of trying to fix that disability,
Yeah.
I just live with a new disability, that goes and pairs well with my other disability
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm lazy.
But
I don't
you
want to
do
fix
know-
my other problems. I just want to figure out a way to live with them.
Okay.
I know the,
Okay.
the craggies want the easy thing, but it could be the person that does like, oh, I got their name, I got their address, and now like I'm going to steal their like identity theft wise.
I think they do that digitally. The people, the door checkers, they're looking for
they could
change
sell
and guns and stuff.
Still.
Again, that's what I know.
It's more like quick money. Like you would
Yeah.
pull it open for guns. I think they're really looking for guns. Number one.
Yeah,
Because most people have one in their glove box.
or keep it under their car. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they look in the glove box or
100%.
whatever.
And you can get like $300 quick.
Yeah,
with a
yeah,
gun.
yeah.
It's like-
Guns are
Do
valuable.
you have your garage door clicker in your car?
Oh yeah. They're not looking to kill my family.
No, but I'm saying they could hit the garage door and
They
look
could just
in
grab-
that. Yeah, and
But-
grab
Just
what's
grab
in there.
the garage door and come back later.
I'll be screaming, "This is a disability" when they do.
Don't kill a disabled man. Yeah, you'll be fighting with them.
Anyway, so
There are people with disabilities in the chat room very offended right now. I like that. I like that. We're doing good work.
how can
there.
you be defended?
We're
Defended.
Defended.
I'm offended. I'm with you. I'm
Hashtag me
on
too.
your team.
Hashtag me too.
So, I've realized that I have been wrong. That
Whoa, guys, mark it.
a cracky will randomly grab a boat key.
Yeah.
That obviously, what the fuck is
Yeah.
value
What
of
the fuck
that?
is this? Throw it right out of that. Who cares?
Pick it out of my truck and then walk down the street and
Do you
throw
think
it.
they thought there were pain pills in the
It
turny
might
thing?
be because it was broken. That part was broken, and then it was open and separated. So maybe they thought there was cash in there. Maybe they thought there was something.
And so they were
in
just
there.
like, I'm grabbing this, I'm going to walk. And then they looked, and then
Yeah.
nothing was there. So
And then they
yes.
tossed it.
That's
Or
exactly
they were
what
just fucking around like, I'm going
I
to take
don't
this
think they're
motherfucker's boat key
He
and throw it in
cannot
the
say
No.
yes. That's probably what happened. He cannot. It is.
No, it
You're
could have.
incapable of saying.
Did you,
yeah,
do
that's
you catch
probably what
these
happened.
people on your cameras?
It didn't pick it up that night. I don't. I have no
inside
activity.
job. It was the boys.
Here,
How weird! In
The-
the middle of the night, I had no activity there on the camera.
the problem with this all is that now the reality that I lived in, that they were only looking for change and other
Yeah.
shit, and
So
they
you
would,
were wrong on that.
and they would never take my boat key. That has changed, and now I have to change my life and lock my
Right.
doors now because now they could take anything and just throw it out of my truck.
Yeah.
Because who knows if they take some other shit.
Right, like if
my
she didn't
paperwork.
return that, it would have been so inconvenient because we would have gone to take the boat out and not had the key and been like, "Where is that key?"
Yeah,
you would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
blaming me for it. We would have been blaming Boat Tree for losing it, and then you'd have to go get a new one. And so
It's
not
expensive.
just about them stealing your money or
I know.
your phone. You know,
Like
Like to me,
I'm gonna have to lock my doors.
Again, it's hard for me to believe that you think not locking your house, using your security system, or locking your car is an easier and more logical way to live.
it's not. He's just
Then-
anti. He's decided
Yeah,
he's against
it
it,
makes
and
me-
that's it.
yeah,
you can't go back.
Sometimes it makes me feel like the thing you have against it is that everybody's doing it, and you're
Yes,
like,
I think
well, I want to be different.
No, it's
You're wrong.
It's
I'm
lazy.
really trying to figure it out. I'm really trying to figure it out.
I'm telling you this. I'll never remember to lock my truck doors.
Every day that he goes to the car to open it and it's
Sure.
locked, he goes, "God."
Yeah. Oh, he tells me about it when he gets
Every
here.
day. It's every day
Yeah,
I do it. Every day.
All
he
it
does
is
It's
is
like,
Yeah, it's
but
very
he forgets,
it's small,
and
though.
so he's got the keys in
It's
his
such
pocket.
a tiny thing. Yeah, I realize everybody's different, but that is just one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
things that I can't. Because to me, like, just
Why do you
hitting-
have an anxiety?
Yeah, I know.
Why
I
are you
know.
nervous about going? You know,
I know.
or you care about
get
the
it.
park? Like that is a zero to me. But I
get it.
can't. My sons leave their goddamn water bottles at school all the time. Like I'm like, where's your water bottle? Max like, oh, forgot it again. and then I'm like, I don't even get mad. I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be a rough way to live because that's how I've lived this life of just forgetting everything, not
Yeah.
paying attention to shit. And then anyway, back to.
But you're going to try.
Yeah. So what's
You're
the plan?
telling us.
Well,
this is good. This will be a good trial.
I think that you don't have a plan yet. This is like this
I'm-
first step
yeah,
is
just
admitting.
discovering.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Discover.
I do
Maybe
think
I
that,
do
you know
not
what?
know
You're
it all.
a good support staff. You know why? Because you weren't going to allow me in Andrea to get ahead of where he may be because you really want this to catch.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah, I'm on
do
your
it right.
team. I'm with you.
Slow
I'm with
down.
You. Yeah. Baby
So
steps.
you don't know everything.
Baby
Is what you're
steps.
admitting to.
Yeah, okay. So, but once I fix,
Oh, he didn't say yes.
That was good. That was pretty good.
But once I fix this and I'm perfect, then you guys are real fussy. Because then I'll tell everybody how it is. Anyway, no, I don't. It is a fucked up way to live. Just thinking that I know the answer. Like I believe that I do. It's not even. And people think.
I think it's a better way to live though than thinking you don't. Okay, let me give you the opposite. Because I think I have a lot of the opposite. Is I think I don't know how to do shit.
I'm like that.
And I'm very I think
self-doubtful.
Yeah, I think
that
I think what you have, if we're gonna call them all disabilities, which in a cutesy way, everybody's got things about them that they wish they could overcome, make better, do better. But yeah, for that, I think what you have is more beneficial than doubt.
Yeah, but you and me are more likable.
Yeah, sure, yes.
That's why I'm glad you're here. That's a good point.
Daniel tells me all the time, he's like, man, a lot of people tell me what's going on with their lives or whatever. And then every time he tells me, I'm like, no one tells me nothing. Like, no one confides in me or like
we do
reaches
Daniel
out
has
like,
this
hey,
face where they just tell him.
I'm going through a problem. Like, no.
Yeah, she'll be
I'm
there.
like,
She'll
why
be like,
do
who's
people
on the
lean
phone?
on you so
Well,
much?
you're welcoming.
They think he's gonna help them. Me, they don't even ask. They tell me about their problems or whatever. Nothing, and no one tells me shit.
This is an interesting. That's very interesting.
But do
Crystal.
you think because you've been in radio for so long and you've said what you think immediately has changed the way you don't like stop and think about what you say? So like you don't want to be argumentative and you don't want to discount somebody, but because you've been on the radio and you've always had to like go fast and say what you think.
Maybe because I do a
You
Crystal.
got a maybe.
I know. I'm close.
Hey, that's all right.
No,
No, it's just
I've
a thought.
tried to
I
analyze it.
think that you are really close, Andrea, because sometimes I think, and I don't know if Daniel is like this either or anybody else, but even TC's desire to look ahead constantly, like not being right, but just constantly thinking ahead, 2 steps ahead, planning ahead, living ahead, I feel like is because of being in radio and having to always have something on deck to say. Like otherwise you have a lull or you have a quiet. And I think that's bled over into like his personal life and his actual personality and like now he can't just be and enjoy what's happening now because he's already on to the next thing.
I knew radio would ruin my personality as soon as I started because I looked around and I'm like, I don't want to be like any of these dickheads. I turned into it.
Look at all these fat dickheads. I don't want to be.
I'm wearing this affliction shirt.
That's why he works out. He's like, I'm not going to be a fat radio dickhead. I'll try my hardest.
Guess what? You go to prison like 10 years later. You're like, well, maybe I will get a Nazi tattoo.
If he starts shopping at Buckle now,
Oh
then
my
I got
God.
a problem.
Jesus Christ.
goodness.
The chat room is saying that this was an intervention, and that we actually made some headway here.
I think so. Okay, somebody in the chat room find a male retreat. And I need to send him
Is he
on
gonna
a
be like, what's his name? What's the Jets quarterback? What's his name? Aaron Rodgers.
you
You're
need
gonna
some
go away to an
ayahuasca?
Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca.
I want to do that. He did it.
Yeah, but I think he's a know-it-all jerk. Right? He's like, doctors don't know shit. I'm fucking Aaron Rodgers. I'm the goddamn doctor of the world.
Didn't he not go to like training camp or something? You know,
He does what he wants.
He's doing ayahuasca.
He does what he wants because he's a goddamn know-it-all, and know-it-alls do what they want.
There you go. You're going to the Aaron Rodgers.
Trust me, there's a part of you.
God damn it!
I am so jealous sometimes of your confidence. Like, if we're just going to talk about it, I get very jealous of seeing him. Like I don't know what it feels like to be talking to someone and disagree and look at them and be like, nah, what you're saying is totally damn wrong. I wish I did.
Yeah.
Because there are times when I'll be having conversations and I am right, but I don't have enough confidence to tell the person, even in a slightly harsh way, that they're wrong. I get flustered and my brain starts
I start
short-circuiting.
getting tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot argue with people, even if and not in a like I'm right, you're wrong kind of way, but if I'm just put in a position where I have to lay some facts out, I start freaking out.
Yeah.
I don't know. My face gets hot.
I go
my
too
eyes start
fast.
watering.
I go too fast with my facts. I start spinning them, so it sounds like I'm not confident in my facts.
Yeah.
Just yell out, nah. Way easier. You don't need any facts to back anything up. You just yell out.
I'm confident, no.
One confident,
And they're
no.
so stunned that they're like, what?
Yeah. Sure about that? That's all you need. Anyway.
Oh,
all right,
God.
it was a
So
fucking
you're gonna
round there.
try. So you're gonna try
Yeah,
to
yeah,
log in?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, the word is yes.
I mean, I'd
The word you're
almost,
looking for is
and I
yes.
hate to say this, and I'm going to take shit from the listeners, but I'd almost be willing to default to just take the boat key out and keep not locking it. Just put the boat key in a different spot.
Yeah,
Well,
but
then there's the lug
inevitably-
nuts are in there. The the
Oh.
star key for the lug nuts
yeah,
on the
for the
tire.
lock, for the
God.
lock,
And
yeah.
just inevitably.
We were
kids-
talking about
they-
that recently. Where
Yes.
remember the rash of a couple of years ago where people were stealing people's wheels and tires like all the time?
Yeah.
You know,
The kids leave their Nintendo in there sometimes. I mean, I don't want my
Oh,
kid's
Okay.
Nintendo to
that's
get
bad.
taken.
Yeah, don't put that. Don't leave that in there.
back to door checkers.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of cars, like everybody else besides me in this room, their doors.
Every night, Andrea's car is probably checked. Like every other
but
night.
it locks automatically.
It doesn't lock automatically. But I don't
Yes,
have
it
to take
does.
my key out. No, I just dink.
Yeah,
I
but
can touch it.
it'll Kessie lock on you. Like when you leave, like when you get out of range with your key, it automatically locks. I know for a fact.
Or
it
I
does.
have an app.
Yeah.
My app will alert me that my car is unlocked.
Okay, yeah, but I know
If
a
it's-
lot like Crystal's Traverse and stuff like it'll just auto lock itself after you walk away with the
Yeah,
fob.
that's
Yeah,
what mine
yeah,
does.
yeah.
And then I imagine there's a lot of cars that do that.
Yeah.
So in maybe in 20 years, all cars will do that. Like every production car made will probably have an auto lock of some sort.
Most of them sort of do now, like where they have.
That's what I think.
I think it's called the Kessie system, Kessey, and that's the one that you
Mm-hmm.
have where you can like just touch, or it has the buttons on
I want that for my house.
the key fob.
I mean, I need that for my
Oh,
house.
you can do that.
We have.
Yeah.
We have
With
that.
the touch.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
Where we don't have a key to unlock our. We have a.
Yeah, just
keypad.
like a little pad.
You walk
Yeah.
away,
Pad.
and after like 30 seconds,
Yeah, it just
auto
locks it all up. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So the people that check the door locks, do they check every car, or are they aware of the models of cars that don't have the auto
Oh,
lock?
I think they're checking everything.
They're
Because
just
I don't think
kids. They don't know what the hell.
Like I would
Well,
check
just
them.
after a
I
while,
would
you would
pull
be like,
everything because even
Yeah.
my car will fuck up sometimes. And if, let's say, my Tesla key, my phone's my key.
yeah.
So sometimes when I walk here, I always check it though because you and I are obviously different people.
Yeah.
I'll look at my phone to make sure it's locked, but sometimes it won't lock.
Oh, so it fucks up sometimes.
Sometimes,
Oh.
yeah,
But
because there's so
it
much
will
Bluetooth
notify you
interference.
if,
Yeah, it'll tell me.
if it's been unlocked for a
Okay.
certain amount of
Yeah.
time.
Or if a door's
Good.
open, it'll tell me. Or if a window's open, it'll tell me.
I just curious to talk to a door checker, like someone that does this all the time, and find
Hey,
out
door
like
checkers, give us a call.
what their process is every night.
I think
if
it's just they check everything.
yeah, but-
Whatever's there that they're walking through, because they're acting
kinda-
like they're just walking, because they've got to like do it on the sly. So they're just
I
Just
caught a
checking
guy.
it out.
Remember the one time I caught him by your car?
Yeah.
There was
just go for walks at night and just check
Yes.
around, and then every
Yep.
once in a while you get a gun or some sweet
Well,
pain
this guy
pills.
had a dog. I mean, this guy looked as legitimate as anybody. He didn't look like he was a kid, but he was walking a dog.
Okay, so
and he walked by
Distraction.
Andrea's car,
Yeah,
and he
and-
pulled the door. And I'm like, "Can I help you?" Because I was out there. He didn't see me out there with Dansby.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I feel like I want to tell them like, hey, most the new cars auto locks. You gotta go
Oh
for
my,
the
oh
old
my
cars.
god! Oh my god!
You're gonna
He
sit
wants
out-
to go tell them. He's like, I
Oh,
need to
they're
inform
wasting
them.
their time. They're just checking every
you
door.
help Casey, do you realize this whole entire conversation led to you wanting to inform somebody
He
else
wants
of
to
something?
enable the children is what he.
No,
he
no,
was-
no,
They don't care. They're on pain
So is
pills.
this,
They
are
want
you
money.
doing this just so you can say I was leaving them open for him? I love them. I love
No,
the
no,
kids.
no. I wanted to buy a money bomb. I was looking today on eBay because I was like, those motherfuckers. It caused me to change my life because as a
Why don't you put something with an air tag on it so you can go to their house once you find?
Oh yeah, so that he's fighting some
yeah,
child.
I don't need any of that. I just need it to blow up something in their face.
So you're gonna blow up a shit bomb in your own car?
Yeah, but if
A
it
glitter
gets-
bomb.
But if it gets them, and then I seriously started looking up like the money like the fake bank exploding die packs that are in like stacks of money.
You'd just do it in your truck.
But
just
I
so
feel
you
like
get
then
the-
they would retaliate against us. Because
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like now you've painted their car inside of their
Yeah.
car. Now their mom knows, and they're gonna come back.
Why don't you
and
just
Well,
re-
I'll be waiting for it.
stab them while they're
What am I
tired.
gonna
Why don't
do?
you just rewire your airbag
So blow
and just blow their fucking face off?
And then it happens to him in the morning.
Because I'll blow my goddamn hat off. Forget it. I'll be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, because you forgot it was
You
there.
know all these
Yeah,
videos
yeah.
where they take the airbag,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
put it under people's couches, and they
Yeah,
blow
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Man, are those real?
They are
Yes,
real,
that's
and
how-
it's extremely popular in the fat Latin community. If you're a fat Latin guy that works at a tire place, you're blowing your friends off with airbags.
I mean, these people are
It's a thing.
breaking
yeah.
their bones doing that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
people get hurt real bad.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll watch the videos all day.
I always just assumed those were some fake thing I shouldn't be
No.
believing on the internet.
Maisie at
Yeah.
night has now wanted to watch YouTube videos of fails.
Oh yeah,
But
That's
we've
where
got-
she wants to go. She
But we're
started with sweet puppy videos, and then it popped up like fails, and she's like,
Yeah,
I want to watch.
that's
Now
a
we're-
downward spiral.
Now we're on regular YouTube. We're off the kid YouTube. So some of the
Well,
fail,
this is when we're around.
yeah, some of the fail videos we were watching were I'm virtually certain people were burning alive in cars and dying. Like, it was like
Yeah,
it was
the-
like watch this, and it was like some of those
Yeah.
street shutdown videos where they're doing the donuts, and then there's like 1,000 people around in Miami.
Oh, yeah, there's
and
some guy
bodies
with
are
our-
flying everywhere.
Yeah,
just
yeah, you're
bodies
mowing
ev-
some of those
yeah,
people
just
down.
bodies everywhere. And Maisie's like, what's happening?
Some dude gets his Air Force Ones blasted
Yeah.
off. He
Yeah,
lands
yeah.
on his head.
There's
and they're
that
like,
real
"Oh, shit."
famous one where the guy's shoes stayed, but he blew out of the
Yeah.
shoes.
Andres tells me that
Yeah.
happens out of Miami, and then you just have to wait to go to work. Like you have to sit there in traffic and wait until they do.
Just turn the news up.
They do donuts around, and then there's like no cops if goddamn lawless
Yeah.
down there, and then they just take off, and then you drive to work.
Yeah. You just turn up your news a little bit, your NPR.
I looked up those goddamn exploding die packs, and they don't sell. They're only on eBay now, and they're like $500 to $1,000 because they're like
shit.
vintage. And then I
Oh,
was
they
like, "What's that
don't-
worth? There's not. You can't really
Do
just
they
buy
put?
it."
Is now the new technology to put a tracker device or something
So
instead of the
sure.
exploding die pack?
The last couple times I've rented a car, I get a notification on my phone that says there's an AirTag following. There's an AirTag with you.
Oh.
And so I feel like that's not effective anymore. If you put an AirTag in something and then it alerts the person's phone.
And then
You know?
you use your phone to find the AirTag, and then you smash the shit out of it.
Yeah.
No, but like
That's
at
what I would
money
do.
places, like do they not do die packs anymore? Do they do some sort of tracking device? Maybe not an AirTag, but
Probably a GPS of
Or a
some
tile.
sort. Yeah. I bet banks have. I don't
Something
think they do the exploding die. I think it's the old like
Would there
70s technology.
There'd be
you
no
know?
reason, and didn't it render the money
Yeah.
useless?
yeah.
Yeah, because then you could take some black light.
But what does
or-
that matter? Because if we have problems, we just print more money anyway, right?
Well, it's just for
So they can't use it.
yeah, it's to
to discourage them. Gotcha.
discourage any sort of robbers because they're gonna put a die pack in my money bag and it's gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's what I just thought.
I would ask them, did you put a die pack in the money before? And and I'm like, listen, if you did, if I unzip this and there's a money pack, or I'm gonna
Throw it back at you.
blow your brains out. And then they take it out.
So
Right?
then
I
you
feel
say
like
ye-
I would be
So
able
then
to
you
control.
just say yes, there is, and then they leave it, and don't take the bag. Right?
Oh, okay. No, I
Like,
would say.
yeah, hey, it's not me, but my boss.
He put one
puts
in
them
there,
in there.
and then I'd say take it out. I'd have the gun on him.
Okay,
I'd say
okay,
take
okay.
it. I'd say take the fucking. And I'd say also, then I'd
Daniel
also.
knows how to be a criminal.
My boss
I do.
knows. My boss has the key. I don't have the key.
I think about this stuff.
God.
Okay, you want to role play? And then I would say, take your top off. I got just enough time to see you and suck your titties before I get the fuck out of here. Right? I would would do that. I'd be like, and there's
fucking horny.
is the die pack in there? And they're like, I was like, my boss put it in there. I was like, well, you take it off and let me see your titties. I want to suck on them a little bit before I get the fuck out of here.
Before I get in trouble and I gotta
This
go
is
to
a
jail.
bad look for me.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah.
bad look for me. I'm just telling you what I would do if I were a
Oh,
criminal.
be-
You know you're going to jail.
With
so-
my criminal knowledge, it's Daniel's titty sucking. we could be the best.
We could be the greatest wheel high spin of all
Oh,
time.
God. The wet bandits
Yeah.
all over again.
The wet bandit.
Oh my God, you guys! Please be the wet bandits for Halloween. this
Okay,
year.
I had an
You
idea.
be Marv.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to tell you something, Crystal Van.
Do we have to draw an
Hold
iron
on.
on his
Yes,
face?
Hold on 1 second. Because I did this.
I'm the fool.
This is 3 years ago. I had this idea. 3 years ago is when we got the Home Alone. When we got the fucking Home
Christmas
Alone Lego
Lego.
set.
Yes, you
okay,
told me about
I got that. The Baldwin Christmas Parade. It would be so easy for us to get a white van and put the plumbing logo on there with a ladder
blue
on the
van.
top.
Blue van.
Blue van, whatever. Yeah, and then I'll dress like Marv, or I'll dress like No, not
No,
Marv.
he's Marv.
You're
Yeah,
Marv,
yeah.
and then I'll dress like the gold tooth.
Joe Pesci.
Joe
Pesci,
Pesci.
yeah, yeah.
And I'll wear the little hat with the flames that burned it. I'll have the gold tooth. You'll have the
Yeah,
iron,
yeah,
everything, and we'll drive the van in the Baldwin Christmas Parade. And then when we stop, the back opens up, and Max gets out, who looks like Home Alone, and he runs around, and we're like, "Well, get you, you knucklehead, you numbskull!"
I
And-
love
And
it.
then he runs back in the back of the car. We shut it, and then we drive a little bit more. People would be wanting our autograph.
I love
They'd be
it.
Taking photos. It
How
would be
are they
amazing.
going to see you, though? You guys have to, like, really lean out of the car. You got to really get your elbow out there. You know what I mean? So they can see you.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I'll just drive the van and you guys walk beside it, and then.
Okay, that's true. You could
Okay.
have. You could have.
You look like Kevin's mom. You just need the long earrings. You need
Okay.
You need a chubby
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
to be to play
You do
John
kind of.
Candy.
I can see a little bit like Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, 100%.
Young Catherine O'Hara.
Let me see your tits. No, I'm
crushed
kidding.
it. Okay.
I'm doing it again. Sorry. Wait, are
Yeah.
we robbers or are we? We're role playing.
Hey, how is this Home Alone thing going to make us any money? That's all I want to know.
Everybody's just like,
we want to
amazing.
have fun. We want to have fun.
He
You
doesn't-
know, I have always wanted to do Halloween costumes. And
Like
he
a
never.
group.
I've done it before. Don't
me to
act
say the
like
other
I'm,
thing I'm doing?
You guys are painting me like I'm a goddamn Grinch. I'm not that much of a
Hey, that's a great costume
Let's
for
paint you like the Grinch. Can we paint you like the Grinch?
Only
Crystal
the Grinch
knows how to
movies
paint.
that I like.
Crystal knows how to paint people green.
She does.
Yeah,
Brian
I've seen where that
Zilla.
happens.
There was. This is the other thing I want to do.
Can we please do the Joe Pesci, though? Can we?
Yeah, I want to
Okay,
do it.
Don't let it die.
I'm ready to do it right
Remember
now.
when
Okay,
that Bahamian taxi driver called you Joe Pesci?
Oh,
He
that's
goes,
right.
Hey, Joe Pesci, you want some marijuana? Are you wanting me to buy some shit?
Sorry, I cut you off.
Senior ponytail.
No, I want. This is the other thing I want to do. We're going to see Casey Musgraves, and I have to find because I want a nudie suit.
It's not what you think.
A nudie suit is there was a designer, all the rhinestone cowboy wear that you see that like all of your 70s and 80s like cowboy singers would wear.
Fancy.
Those were considered nudie suits. It was a designer.
Embroidered suits.
Yeah, with like all
So,
the.
okay, it's not
country.
the skin tight.
No. Let me see if I can find one here to show you. Nudie suits. They're very popular. And there's no way that I can afford one.
Like that.
This is the designer. You can see that guy right there. Nudie.
Oh, look at Post Malone. He's got one.
Old Nudie Con. Yeah, anybody that's like a rock star. They're real popular with rock stars. And
Yeah, Daniel really wants to go all out for Casey.
All right, and where are you guys seeing her?
we're
Here
seeing-
in
we're see-
town.
there's a nudie suit
Yeah.
right here. You can see in the middle. See the guy in the yellow suit?
Yeah.
That's Nudie Con. He's the designer. He's the guy that made these.
His
Indian
name
man.
is Nudie Khan.
Nudie Khan, Kahn. Yeah,
Mm.
he's an Indian gentleman, I believe. And so this was like sort of something that he started, real popular in the 70s and 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'll never be
like
able.
something that like
There's
Elvis.
a Joe Pesci down there.
Yeah, there probably is. I'll never be able to
These are
afford
like-
one of these.
Yeah, over $1,000.
Yeah, they're so.
Well, you
no-
can make one. You don't have to get that.
I
No,
know.
but what I want to do in order to get it, because the embroidery would be, it's going to take too long. There's no way to get it in time. I want to get a suit and then take it to Airbrush Pete and get him to airbrush all the stuff that should be embroidered on it. And then because Andrea and I know how to rhinestone because of Maisie's dance, I'll do my own rhinestones on it.
So you're gonna
on the
make your
jacket.
own.
Yeah, I want to make
DIY.
my own nudie suit. So that's my new plan. I'm
And
do
you're
that.
gonna wear. It's gonna be so hot.
It's gonna be so hot
in the
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
kiss
yeah. I'm already
December.
sweating like crazy right now because I think our air conditioning finally died. Like I'm literally sweating like a pig right now.
You know what the thing is about your air conditioner? It's cold while it's on.
Yeah.
And the minute it turns off,
Yeah.
hot as hell in here.
Yeah.
It's these lights.
It's unbearable.
Well,
Fuck your lights.
hopefully the new person who buys this dump will fix all. like
Oh,
like-
no,
they
they're
don't
gonna
kick
they're
you
gonna
out.
raise your rent by $1,200.
Oh,
yeah. No, I know it's.
You're gonna be
it's
moving back
inevitable.
into my house.
I
Yeah.
can't,
Oh, boy.
no.
Can we move back into your house?
Oh.
It's worth the $1,200 just not to have to move all the shit. Like, You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
I said an extra $1,200.
yeah.
You know, you're
no,
already.
no, I know, but
Yeah.
but we'd have to move.
they're lazy.
Oh
They're
God.
fucking lazy.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, like what? We're not gonna move all this shit out for.
I'm not at all interested in moving. I figure if we
You could have your founders coming.
if we have to get out of here, I figure we just shut up shop.
Stop
That's what I
doing
say.
it.
Yeah, I just say it's done. It's done.
It ran its course.
And I'll just start putting in applications in places. 'cause-
like a regular job.
Yeah.
No.
I'll go up here to Cycle Gear, be selling helmet cleaner.
No.
Yeah, you need some
gotta-
helmet cleaner, make your helmet not smell
You
like
better
shit.
upsell. You need to sell multiples.
We'll get a van and we'll start robbing houses. I know which ones don't have the alarms. The older ones.
Are you gonna start? You guys are gonna start pulling door handles at night.
I love it.
They will just start pissing everywhere.
And Danny's gonna make
We're the shit, man. The diarrhea bandit.
Yeah. We just diarrhea all over your house after we steal your
Speaking
stuff.
of diarrhea,
They're like, why would you do that? You
Daniel
stole
and
my
I-
grandma's rake and you shit diarrhea.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Daniel and I had Polish food last night for dinner. We
Oh.
went out
Oh,
on
really?
date night.
Did you just say speaking of diarrhea? And
we
we
had
had
Polish
Polish food?
Yeah. Oh, this woman,
It's
all
all cabbage.
night. All night, it was literally. I thought Herb Alpert in the Tijuana Brass was playing.
Were you?
Do you know
did
who
you
that
go
is?
to the
Trumpet
were you
player.
Dana's?
Joining us, yeah.
Yeah,
We were driving by there to pick up some medication for Daniel, and then Maisie's at dance until 9 o'clock at night. So he was like, "Let's go," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay."
How does Anna stay in business? We were the only people in there eating, and they cooked it from scratch. Like everything was made
It was
by hand.
delicious.
It was on. It was
So
on
fucking good.
It was on a porcelain plate with a doily. Am I lying?
No.
With a doily underneath it, with a tiny little napkin with regular like china that your
Silverware.
grandma would have.
Yeah.
Like everything had like a little garnish, and it was so nice. The waiter like came over, and it was like
Yeah, you're giving too much.
It was too much.
Yeah,
It's
but
too
I
good.
bet
It's too
they,
good.
I bet they do catering and like events and stuff.
They
like
have
that. I
to.
bet that's big. You know,
I felt bad. I felt uncomfortable. I was like, please don't bring me in. They're bringing it's just.
because they're like the only Polish place in
Yeah.
town, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because Polonia went out of
Polonia was the
Yeah.
other place. Yeah.
But it's like a mom and pop. They're like, it's because that's why we need to
It
support
tastes
mom
like
and pops.
Babsha and Jaju's food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
it's so close to her grandma's. Her grandma's was just like literally like 1 millimeter better, but it's so damn close.
Because they have their passion for Polish
Yeah.
food, and they don't get. They're not
Couldn't
doing it for the
understand
money.
a word the man said.
I had to help Daniel.
And he said something that was crazy. Nobody in there. He's serving me like a slave, and he looks at me and he's like, "Literally, the only thing I understood was I'm celebrating my 15th year serving here."
Yeah.
Oh, that day.
Well, like that. I mean,
That
he's been
year.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I've been
15
here
years, yeah.
15 years.
What did
Yeah.
he own the place or
No,
he worked there?
He
worked.
worked
Yeah,
there.
that's old school mom and pop.
crazy.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
15 years he's served like Polish food
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Anna's.
And that's when you feel sad because you're like, man, when this goes away, there's not gonna be
No.
Another
anything-
one.
because
It
like,
dies
well,
with
and
him. Yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah.
place. I mean, it is like 80s
It's
in
straight
there.
1981. Like
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
walk
It
in,
reminds me of my grandma's house.
everything is burgundy vinyl. The chairs are like the very
but damn, it's
very 80s business. Like everything is very rounded. Every edge is a rounded edge. It was very popular in the late 80s.
Pierogies.
Everything.
Yes.
Oh, it was just so good. But it did make me a little sad because I'm like, man, how's this place stay in business? Please stay in business because your food is so
Right.
fucking good.
yeah, I always like it when everybody's all disappointed when they go out of business. It's
But never with
yeah,
them.
never-
Yeah.
They're like, oh no! You're like, when's the last
The
time you
thing
were
is,
there? Like,
yeah,
it was
Yeah.
10 years
Like
ago. You did it.
The vegan diner near us that just went out of business.
I know, yeah.
Why
I
did
was
it go to
so
business?
upset.
Everybody loved it.
Poor
all
management.
the reviews
I think
were
it was
great.
bad management. I think because they were not even open for a year, and I feel
No.
like if you ran out of money already, you didn't plan properly.
That's why you need
but-
a dickhead money man. Because all he cares about is making money.
Hold
and
my boat key.
He'll keep you in business. Oh, he's a dick to talk to. Anyway, all right, let's take a break. And when we come back, speaking of people that think they know it all, Daniel was reading me comments about that super yacht that flipped over in Italy and then killed that billionaire.
Did they find
They found all the bodies.
found
The
everything.
6.
Yeah.
But people are saying, like, why did this should have never happened?
What's the CEO of the company that actually engineered the boat? The
Right,
guy
the boat.
The guy
boat
that built the
CEO.
boat is literally I don't think I've ever read an article where somebody not involved in what happened he's livid. Like so mad. He's like this is not he's like everything could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, this whole thing is dumb. It's like it's just ridiculous to even talk about it because it's like you did
So it was user
everything
error?
wrong.
User error.
Yeah, he's like, you did everything wrong.
Well, when I heard in his comments, and we'll talk about it, I was like, oh, I know what happened. I know who was the captain and how he thought
We were
about
talking
the world.
that. I was like, you gotta have this. Like, it's I can't test this one really with him, right? Because it's not like you don't have somebody in your family that
Sunk a boat.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just
yeah,
saying.
overconfident. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'll go out there.
Yeah.
Cat
So
5, that's
you,
bullshit.
Before you read the article, let's have you tell us what happened and see if it's what the CEO says
Oh, yeah.
happened.
All right, that's fair. The name of the artist is Los Camparinos. And the name of the song is Holy Smoke. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I have to turn the air down because I'm having a mini heart attack.
From the other side, a gender-neutral bathroom stall. Of all the assholes in this town, I hate him most of all. Every vodka mixer in the club was not enough. Nowadays it's live, laugh, love, and listen to death from above. Forward, morning after. Cleanse your sins inside the dark, dry bathtub. Between the hearts, abs, cabs, I'm being safe. Hearing your name in the chorus left me prostrate in the pit. There is nothing here to set the scene. No load of all geography or pathetic fallacy. You're the only thought in my head. You're the only thought I've got left in my head. Don't get me wrong, I love my friends' kids. Sure, they'll grow